was a moment today where I was worried we might actually survive.
In a desperate last stand, Jean-Luc Picard and generations of crews, both old and new, fight together to save the galaxy from the greatest threat they've ever faced. Hello, entertainment enthusiasts. This is Ray, and this is the Fandom Realm. And today, I am reviewing episode number 10, the season finale of season 3 of Picard, called The Last Generation. As always, spoilers abound, so just be aware. And just a recap from last time, Vadic's masters were revealed to be the Borg, who instituted a plan to take over the galaxy by implanting genetic material into Picard 35 years ago. That genetic material was passed down to Jack, and with the help of the changelings, the genetic code was programmed into the ship's transporters and changed the genetic code of all the crew members under 25 who had used transporters. Last week's episode, gotta say it was excellent. Looking forward to today. So let's take a look at the season finale.
This is President Anton Chekhov of the United Federation of Planets, broadcasting on all
Okay, a Chekhov. And they named him after Anton Yelchin.
Signal of unknown origin has turned our young against us. They have been assimilated by the Borg.
Wow, that is so awesome. I'm glad they did that.
Here, he'd remind us all that hope is never lost.
I like this little introduction.
Save yourselves.
President, we need to get you to an escape pod.
Farewell.
Well, sadly, sounds like he's gone.
Ships have now gone silent. Apparently, we are the cavalry.
It just makes me wonder where everybody else is. There's got to be other ships.
I'm standing between an assimilated fleet and Earth.
If Earth falls, everything falls.
I mean, Earth is just there getting ready to fall. Everybody else has to realize.
They hit a transwarp conduit inside the gases of Jupiter.
They have to realize that would mean the end for them.
Jump all subspace frequencies, eliminate all enemy vessels on approach, eliminate planet defense system.
Yeah, that's Jack.
Is to sever that connection, no matter the cost.
Yeah, that makes it not sound like it's going to be very nice.
What began over 35 years ago ends tonight.
Really cool how they're bringing all this together. I like that shot right there, showing how big it is. Okay, so we're back to the Titan. Very good. Oh, what is that going on there? That's interesting.
Good job routing transporter fields through phasers. You may have just invented the portable beam me up.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Good for use there, too.
Ma'am, I'm just a cook. I had lunar flight class training, but I didn't finish.
I love how there were survivors that she was able to find. And along with that, this entire first section here, I think is a great setup to start this episode. We've got some action. It's setting the stage. Everything from that great little opening speech from Anton Chekhov, of course. It sounded like Chekhov's voice just being called another name. So I'm assuming that's what was going on there. But basically here, Picard realizes, hey, we've got to save Earth. It might cost me my son.
Find a way to disconnect this ship from fleet formation before they find out that we took it back.
That would be a very good idea.
To the hive mind.
Must be using a beacon of some kind hidden inside a structure.
Okay, makes sense.
Quiet suffering.
So much pain.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like people Borg are in good shape.
What if he is at a point of no return?
No.
Jack is in there.
Leave it up to Worf to bring that up.
Once aboard the cube, locate the beacon and transmit its coordinates back to the Enterprise.
All right, that's a plan.
It's been an honor serving with you all.
Boy, I'm going to tell you, when they pulled that off right there, I was really worried.
Armies.
You appear to be oddly disappointed you're not outnumbered.
Yeah, well, I've never found myself in a
Okay, so something's really going on with the Borg.
pleasant surprise.
You don't leave the doors open if you want to keep the wolves out.
I love that little statement by him.
The necrotic tissue is being cannibalized, consumed.
Ugh.
Jack's biosigns are emanating from a chamber 1 level below you.
Past the unit,
Okay, so he's got to go find Jack.
which is how I know that the time has come for us to part ways.
Oh, boy, he just keeps saying goodbye. That's tough.
I'll no longer be your captain. I now have to be a father.
Very good sentiment there. I like that writing.
Mr. Wolf.
There are 2 turns of phrase a Klingon never admits to knowing.
I like this, Worf.
Defeat and farewell.
Wow.
Beverly, you thought of Jack from the beginning.
This is crazy good writing.
Shielding him from danger. You did everything right.
Oh, darn it. Got me back with some tears here. But basically this section, they've made it to the Borg cube. They're sort of figuring out what they've got to do. And, up to this point, it's setting it up that, hey, we may lose Picard. We may lose Jack. We may lose Riker. Hey, we may lose a lot of people at this point. And, all that is set up because we have already lost people, especially Shaw. And so that makes these scenes that much more sort of hard to watch because hey, they might kill people.
Your biological and technological distinctiveness will contribute to the whole.
I just wish they could have gotten rid of that accent, though.
Alex, you will be assimilated. You will exist in a universe without fear.
Yeah, that accent.
I'm here to take you.
Ooh, and the Borg Queen again.
Home.
And boy, she's in really bad shape.
At last, Locutus has returned.
Okay, she's got some things going on there.
To his collective. To me.
Yeah, I'll talk more about her in just a little bit.
There's a Federation ship near a Borg keep.
Okay, so you all need to help out a little.
The Enterprise. It's Picard.
Yep, in an old ship.
What's left of that thing is ancient.
It's not tied to the new system, which means it can't be controlled like the rest of us.
Yep, that's it. Number 1.
Sight, propagation? In other words,
if they can't see us, they can't control us.
Hey, you have a cloaking device.
Upload every prefix code we have for the entire fleet. Scramble their shields.
Uploading and transmitting now.
Those prefix codes.
For what's below. Your families. Your children.
Yes, 7. Showing some leadership.
Here and now. We are all that is left of Starfleet.
Gotta love that speech.
Until recently, there was no collective left. There was only I.
That's an interesting statement there.
It was an unimaginable loneliness. One which Jack and I share. Place where you left us poisoned. No worlds to consume. No roads by which to return.
Boy, she's got some anger.
As the cries of my children faded, another voice rose.
Okay, so really big things here with the Borg, And I'm going to be honest with everybody. While I was a huge Next Generation fan, it's been a long time since I've watched. And can somebody maybe in the comments sort of clarify what she's talking about here, leaving the Borg poisoned and out where they couldn't consume anything and grow, and they're basically going to die. I remember the episode with Hugh and of putting individual personality in the Borg.
The future of the Borg does not lie in assimilation.
So they're not going to have to assimilate anymore.
But evolution.
Well, that's how it happens. Y'all been doing your thing for a while.
Hope these Borg have been too busy dying to upgrade their codex.
Seems like most of the Borg are dying.
Your future's end.
Okay, I love her voice. I'm going to miss her.
Fleet automation.
Okay, I got to say, I love that shot.
Broadcast emitter. Enterprise, uploading the beacon's information now.
But it looks a little fake, to be honest.
Deal with Vatic and her changelings to be your weapons across the galaxy.
Okay, I'm glad they are explaining this.
They too shared the anger of a generation lost to Starfleet.
I've heard a lot of people complaining about not knowing what the changelings were doing. So
biology, you've rewritten our machine code into genetic code.
So she's blaming this on Picard and Starfleet.
Produce, procreate,
propagate forever.
Oh, well, that is different.
Roger!
Oh, we're going to have a fight. We're going to have a fight with the Borg. Okay, let's go, Worf. Okay, so they're trying to take out some of the Borg weapons.
Sword! Oh, shit! I had no idea it was that heavy.
That's nice. Oh, a handy little phaser that was in the handle of the axe. And I didn't do a full clip there, but that was Beverly shooting everything up.
A lot's happened in the last 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, tell me about it, woman. Go, girl. Okay, so that section. The big thing here, again, with the Borg and the Borg Queen, and it seems like at some point she has put the plan into effect, or the Borg put the plan into effect, basically to be able to procreate and to do it biologically, to evolve instead of assimilate by making everything into like cyborgs. I think that's interesting, and it seems like she's blaming what happened on Picard. So I am wondering if this goes back to Hugh.
The bad news is, it's at the heart of the cube itself.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
It's going to be impossible. I mean, no computer, not even my daughter could navigate us through this.
Do we have an Android computer there?
My God tells me I can do this.
Okay, of course he can.
Here goes nothing.
Wait, what do you mean nothing?
Hang on!
A little bit of lightheartedness there. I like that. That's good. And there goes the space dock. So no more defenses for Earth.
The fleet is targeting every major city.
Oh, that won't be good. Oh no, they got out and destroyed the cloaking device.
The link and you'll sentence his mind to insurmountable, unsurvivable shock.
All right, so Picard trying to rescue Jack.
Systems non-responsive.
Commander, the Borg crew are making their way to the bridge.
Yes, they are. Boy, imagine if they were successful. I'm going to talk about this in a minute. I'm not saying much right now.
We destroy the beacon. We destroy the cube itself.
Oh, let's get those tears flowing again.
Destroy the cube now, and we kill everyone down there.
And that's big.
If we wait, it's everyone else in the galaxy.
Boy, that was effective. I don't think anybody but Deanna could have delivered that. And the nod by Beverly.
You'll have a minute to get out at most.
I owe him a lifetime, the least I can spare.
Oh, goodness.
There was a moment today where I was worried we might actually survive.
Oh, Worf is still one of my favorite characters. I always enjoyed him, but I'm really liking this Worf even better. Okay, let's see. On this section here, the only thing I'm mentioning, and I'm going to mention it again probably, is did we really have to copy Star Wars here and do a trench run and a Death Star having something you need to blow up on the interior and doing that same run from Return of the Jedi? I mean, couldn't we have figured out another way to get it done? I really wish they would use a transporter and, like, drop a photon torpedo right next to it. That would get the job done, and then you wouldn't have to go inside.
Now I have something to go back for.
Yes, you do.
Jack.
Okay, and he plugged himself back into the collective.
There's no suffering, no loneliness.
I wonder what they're trying to say here.
Disconnect while needing to keep people distant so they never see the real you.
I mean, this is lots of big stuff here.
I was the same. I joined Starfleet to find a family I didn't have, and I found it.
So this is the way they're discussing what Jack had seen earlier.
Waited in that vineyard, waiting to die, alone.
Which brings me back. Why haven't we seen that Romulan woman?
You are the part of me that I never knew was missing.
The Romulan spy or whatever she was that was helping Jean-Luc.
This was written before my birth. I am this. Just let me be.
Okay, you're making progress.
Target the beacon. Fire torpedoes.
Okay, there goes the beacon.
Well, my friend, is this good enough?
It is a fine day indeed to die with honor.
Well, sorry, but you're not going to die today, dudes.
Then if you won't leave, I'll stay with you.
Boy, I'll tell you, I cried like a baby.
Till the end.
During the scene, just like it appears Jack did.
You have changed my life forever.
True. Massive, massive stuff. And Picard showing emotion like that. Holy cow. And some memories, and boy, that is all awesome. Okay, so the big thing here is just, boy, did these writers hit a grand slam with this series of scenes, especially everything with Jack and Picard and Picard trying to get him to come back to the light side, to leave the Borg. Well written. Probably one of the better written scenes I've seen in any show, mostly this year. And boy, emotions. Did anybody keep a dry eye during those scenes? I think it would have been. Yay, he's back. I really didn't want him to die. Or permanently become a Borg. That would have just been bad.
We'll be waiting. Me and our boy.
Woohoo! Boy, gee whiz.
Who is he?
Go, Troy. Woo!
It's done. The time of the Borg is over.
I'm sorry.
No, I am not alone.
I'm sorry to laugh there, but his accent is so... His accent is so accented that it really makes telling the time of the Borg is over. It really makes it sound funny. I'm sorry. Not bad, but funny. Okay, so it's got to stop. I will never get tired of watching a Borg ship blow up. Just in time to save the crew of the Titan from certain demise.
They did it.
You know, I like what Rafi's dressed in. The person who did the styling for this, I've got to give them an A+, especially costumes. And everybody's reunited. I must say, I was expecting to lose some people. Is he asleep or meditating there in that scene?
Welcome to the Enterprise.
That's a nice little shot right there. Okay, that set of scenes, that's basically bringing this little first, or this part of the episode more to a close. We have a huge amount of time that basically serves almost as what I call the epilogue that we're getting ready to watch here. But, you know, this story up to this point, it is truly an A+ story by our guys, by our writing room for Picard. And Terry Matalas did an excellent job with everything here.
Captain's log, stardate, shall we say 1?
Okay. I wonder if he's going to stay a captain.
Amended a fleet-wide transporter solution to purge our young officers of the Borg infection.
Okay, well, that makes sense. That's how it got put in.
Developed by our new head of Starfleet Medical Branch, Admiral Crusher.
Woo! Go Admiral Crusher.
Service. The command crew of the USS Enterprise are receiving a full pardon.
Okay, Tuvok survived. That's another big yay.
I'm resigning from Starfleet.
Very interesting.
Of an older time. By the book. By God, the book is boring.
Yeah, I love what he's saying here.
She is brave and loyal and
love it. Gotta love it.
rules that she breaks. Maybe they were broken to begin with.
I love that he says that about rules, because I agree.
I have a recommendation. Promotion to captain when we return to port.
Okay. So this happens at just the time we know what she's going to captain.
Resignation denied. Captain.
Yes, Tuvok. Love it.
Still in awe of everything you've done. We're eager to see you again.
Okay, Rafi's going to be reunited with her family. That's awesome.
My son Gabe wants me to meet my granddaughter.
Everything being made right here. I love this.
And every classified Valor commendation.
Go, Worf.
Whoever leaked this information is an honorable maverick.
Well, I wonder who leaked that information, Worf.
Rafaela, warrior of the House of Musakura.
Ooh, awesome respect.
You, Worf, House of Martok.
Okay. Wow, Worf giving somebody a hug. Awesome.
Balance is challenging.
Okay, this is funny. I like this.
We've gone past our time by over an hour. Again.
It's deep.
I witnessed an ensign feeding his cat the other day.
Oh, this is deep, so it was good of them to add at least a little bit of humor in.
Sorry, Counselor. Same time tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, the big thing here, I just call this part of the epilogue part of the episode. Basically, they're just going through and making everything right. So we see Shaw, who's going to go down in history, I think, as one of the most popular captains to only be seen in 3/4 of a season of Star Trek. I know everybody, including myself, was wanting to see him get his own show, maybe the Titan or something like that. But, we lost him. They killed him, of course. But I really like the fact that they're bringing in and putting Seven in as a captain. Okay, so we're skipping a year forward here, and this is still in the epilogue.
If ever there was better evidence that the past mattered.
So Enterprise D is at the flight museum.
Right here. How many times has she managed to save the world?
Plenty of times. Love that bridge.
Shutdown procedure initiated.
I miss that voice.
And I wonder how they did Majel Barrett's voice.
Admiral Picard, Admiral Crusher, welcome to Space Dock.
I love them being called admirals.
Fought through Tyrellian minefields. I've had phaser fights with Orlex duelists. I am not nervous.
Not sure I'm completely in for him being part of
To put you on
Starfleet.
such an accelerated track. Trust me, it's an honor.
Yeah, I think the question this a little bit, but that's okay.
Help just a touch.
Names mean almost nothing.
I like his little attitude there.
Oh, Jack, you never did tell me the ship to which they posted you.
Why do you think I'm so nervous?
Oh, yes, of course, the Titan.
Okay, it's a Titan.
You'll have to forgive the subterfuge, Jean-Luc. We know your aversion to fanfare.
Oh, not the Titan. I'll be honest, the first time I sort of heard that going on,
In honor of you and your crew.
I almost halfway expected them to be naming it the Picard. But the Enterprise G is so much better.
Names mean almost everything.
Wow, great direction and acting here.
Welcome to the Enterprise, Admiral.
And more damn tears.
What we're walking into here.
Out.
I mean, this... They've got to make
I
this
still
into a
can't
series.
believe Starfleet saw fit to give a thief, a pirate, and a spy their own ship.
I mean, I could get into that crew right there. I really could.
You'll be stationed here as special counselor to the captain.
Not sure a captain and a first officer having
Engage.
a thing, though,
Make it so. Take her out. There's a long
is very good. And I love this discussion, too. And I'm
history of
mad.
this. Your first official act of command.
So what's she going to say?
Writing the opening line to your legacy.
Okay. So somehow I got the rest of that clip on the next little section here. But again, I love this. I love the Enterprise G. It makes me remember, I think it was Picard who said when they were getting ready to crash one of the Enterprises, there's plenty of letters in the alphabet. And does that mean the Enterprise F that Shelby was on, did it actually get destroyed? Or is it still out there? Is this just a special case? So I'm wondering about that. God darn it. Now we won't, unless there's something we won't know what she
someone
said.
has drained the bar of blood wine, Doctor.
Okay. Getting the group together here.
Time to call it a night. I have a lecture
Let's
on
get those
Mugatu
tears flowing.
meditation in the morning.
Okay. Worf and his meditation.
We're torn between the luminescent beaches of Kaffir Prime and Orlando.
But I wonder if he's going to stay a captain.
Who's our ventures?
Cheers.
Okay, so a nice little toast there. Too much to put on the...
To that end.
Perfect way to end the episode.
Oh. Okay. Uh-oh. I see. I see you.
Playing cards.
Yeah,
Really? Okay.
Wow.
This is completely awesome. I love all this. You know what's really a little funny about this whole situation, though?
Whatever that is.
All right, here we go.
Is they all seem to have fit right back in as like a big family. Like they were never apart. They just came right back in.
But look at you. A chip off the old block.
Oh my, I thought Q was dead.
Q? Is that right?
Simple name for a complicated being.
Oh, love me some John Delancey. I wish there was just a Q series.
Oh. And here I was hoping the next generation wouldn't think so linearly.
Just Q going out and causing trouble around the universe.
You told my father that humanity's trial was over.
Yeah, he sure did.
It is, for him. But I'm here today because of you.
Oh. I wonder about that.
Has just begun.
Okay, and the scene there with Q and Jack, that is a post-credit scene, or mid-credit scene, I guess. So make sure you stop and watch for that. Again, I loved the poker game. It was very important for the crew during the Next Generation, and so I think a really good idea to put it. Okay, with that, that is the recap of Picard, the season finale, The Last Generation, episode 10 here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and give you my ups and downs, and I'm going to do both this episode and the entire season sort of together. I don't want this video to go over 40 minutes, and the problem is this episode was actually like an hour long, not like 45 minutes. That's why it's already so much longer than the rest. And there's just a lot of great stuff in this episode that I want to share with. So first thing I do want to point out as an up, and that is just the writing in this episode, and a huge up for the writing overall in the entire series. I thought it was spot on. There are a couple little things here and there that you're like, we've seen this before. Everything from early on, Vadic chasing Picard and Titan into that anomaly, and having a situation where it was very much like Khan chased Kirk back in The Wrath of Khan, and those first episodes reminded me a lot of Star Trek The Wrath of Khan. You also have, of course, the trench run here at the end. I thought it's cute that they use that, but those are not things I'm going to complain about, but they were things you just notice. But man, the things like Data's turn to become human, and how he sort of tricked Lore, if you want to call it a trick, that was so well written, and especially the items that he gave to Lore that were like his best memory. That was really big. Another up, I thought this, and this is a season thing, I think the season really well paced. I loved how they did it. I had heard they had made it like the first 4 episodes sort of stood alone a little. The second 4 episodes stood alone. Then the finale was 9 and 10. I very much see that, and I really think they were very smart in cutting it up like that. I think it kept everyone interested. It was just excellent. Okay, for this episode, ups, basically Picard and Jack, and that scene while he was trying to get Jack to unplug himself from the Borg. Woo, boy, that was a scene and a half. Loved that scene. Probably one of my favorite scenes in all of Star Trek. Probably one of my favorite scenes that I've seen in a TV show the last couple years. Probably at least top 5, if not right up there too. Loved Worf, okay, and in this episode, I love his, it's not really meant to be humorous when he's talking about this is a good day to die, or, I thought we were going to survive, but it's Worf, and I really enjoyed him the entire season. And by saying that, I've got to say, this cast, I don't know if it's the age or what, and that they're all in their 6th and 7th, but the acting, well, it was like acting masterclass, and that was a huge up. I don't think anyone overacted, underacted. It was just perfectly done. You talk about all of the characters together, and they've really never been together before. Well, not since Next Generation, and they did the movies, but it's been a while since the last Next Generation movie, and so with that, they've been apart a while, and for the most part, they've done other things. But man, they all just blow this out of the water. I wish they could win some type of like ensemble award, because they did absolute wonder, and especially Riker. Okay, Riker was Jonathan Frakes as Riker. I don't think he's ever been half the actor was in Picard, to be honest. He needs some type of award, or at least a nomination, if not a win. So with that, all the acting, the casting, I was not sure how much I was going to like the character Jack, and he grew on me. And by the end, I really did appreciate his character and what they did with the Borg. Okay, I'm going to give an up and a down here. The down is probably the only little down I have, and that's that the Borg. That is the only thing I was disappointed about in any episode that really sort of just makes me like, I would have preferred something else. But I also give it an up because it looks like maybe we are finally done with Borg and on. And with that, and this going back to the writing too, the fact that the writers were able to go back, pull something that happened 35 years ago in time that probably just happened. I don't think they probably meant to give Picard those issues back at that time and then have it happen 35 years after. I don't think that was really what was going on, but it's one of those situations where they were very clever in doing that. So again, the writing. Another up, of course, we did end off with the Enterprise G, and that is possibly setting up a new series, and I'm basically going to end with this for the most part. There's talk about a Star Trek Legacy. I don't know that I like the name of the series, but it seems like it's been set up to do that with Jerry Ryan as Seven of Nine, with the crew, with Roth, with Jack Crusher, now with with Q. You know, it's hard to look at how they ended this and think they set up a whole new series, and everybody's out there saying there's no approval for the series yet. So I'm very interested to see what they end up doing. But the series has to be done by Terry Matalas, okay? He has done an excellent job, and I love it when you see situations like this where Terry Matalas had a story, and it was a story deep in his heart, and he wanted to tell it, and he got to tell it. And you see the quality of this story compared to season 1 and 2 of Picard, or even of Discovery. Those were forced. Those were people being told, hey, come up with a story, okay? Picard season 3 was something that mattered, and that's why it's so excellent. All right, everyone, I've been talking for a long time. I am going to tell you, after you listen to this, if you've listened this long, I am planning Friday night to have a live program. I'm just going to go live, and if anybody has questions, I wanted to sort of do a wrap for Picard and Mandalorian and do a few things for the channel, so I'm going to do that Friday night at 9. So put that in your book, and hope to see you there. Now, let me give a quick grade. I'm going to give this episode of Picard an A+. I'm going to give the entire series an A. It was excellent, and, you know, only having a couple nitpicks through the entire series, that is just excellent. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the review. Please subscribe to the channel, smash that like button to help us out, and leave some comments below so we can discuss what we saw in Picard season. Y'all have a good day. See you next time on The Fandom Moment.